Hello. Hey, ladies. We have a few new members in the group, so I want to say welcome to the multi-passionate Women of Faith Creating for Christ. So, thank you for being in this space. If you are a woman of faith that has decided for yourself that, I I know that I can achieve success. I want success, but along the way, I don't want to lose sight of, my calling, who I am in Christ and who I am in God. And you want to do this in a way that honors Him, then you are totally in the right place. Okay. Um, Today is Monday Mindset, and I wanted to share with you guys a few thoughts that hold us back from our true purpose. Okay, so in the post, I have a few things here. And first, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Justina Ford. I am a professional makeup artist and a soul alignment strategist. And what I do in the with the soul alignment, I use energy work to help my clients get really in tune with what their desires are, what they want to achieve, really identifying the goals that are really true to your heart and your soul, and processing the thoughts and ideas, limiting beliefs and lies that are holding you back from that. So here are a few thoughts that, and I'm excited to announce that we are accepting people on the wait list for our inner circle. It is the Soulful Business Alignment and Mindset Mastery Inner Circle. And you definitely want to hop on the wait list. Okay. I didn't put the link in here because I wasn't really quite thinking about that, but I have to share it with you guys because I'm so excited about it. So, and I know that we're doing wonderful things. It's not just excitement. It's not just, emotion and, oh, you get to this place and you feel really good, but nothing happens. That's not what's going on. This group and these women that are in the inner circle already. So that's another thing too. We only have 2 spots left. So the women that are in the inner circle, they are experiencing breakthroughs. They're clearing their limiting beliefs and they're achieving their goals and they're hitting the goals that they set for themselves, which is so amazing. So for the inner circle, you guys hop on the wait list, and there are actual wait list bonuses that are there. So if you're not on the wait list, you're missing out on those bonuses. So thoughts that hold us back from our true purpose. And these are really, really deep, and I could actually spend a whole day on each one of these things, but I just wanted to share them all with you. But number one is the idea that you don't deserve it, right? Who am I? Who am I to have these things that I desire? Who am I to have this big vision and have this big goal? And we start to discount ourselves, or we start to put ourselves down, and we don't think that we're worthy. We don't think that we're worth that big vision that we have for ourselves. And if you are the type of person that you may not even have that big vision yet, right? I know for me, I'm a very simple person. Sometimes I just look at my life and I'm like, this is so amazing. I got my kids, I got my husband, we're eating, things are pretty good, right? But if you're wanting to create a life that impacts others, and you're wanting to create transformation for others, and you wanted to serve others, you want to see the hungry children fed, and you want to see the children in your city getting a great education, and you have this bigger vision to serve others. You have to be able to accept things for yourself. You have to be able to see yourself in a totally different light to be able to do that. Because if you're satisfied with where you're at right now, how can you do bigger and greater things for others, right? And there is this balance. Don't get me wrong. There's definitely a balance of knowing that I am in a good place right now. I'm happy. And it's not, I don't think there's this thing about being satisfied. I don't really like that word because it means that, okay, this is enough and I'm pretty much done here. I'm satisfied. But being grateful and being thankful and knowing that you're enough right now is totally different, right? So it's basically breaking through the barrier of those two dichotomies of saying, I'm satisfied, this is enough, I'm in my comfort zone, or I'm grateful, I'm thankful, this space right here is amazing because God is doing wonderful things, and I'm welcome and I'm open for more, right? So how do you get to that place where you know that you deserve more, right? Because your more is centered around more than just yourself. I think about it, when I look at these big churches and they're doing amazing things, right? they have to expect more. And they also have to know that their congregation and their audience is worth the more, right? Because you want to do great things for others, but you also have to check in and make sure that you are in a good place, that you are in a place where you're able to, take your family on vacations, right? You're in a place where you're able to engage in self-care and take care of yourself first, right? And I know that we serve others and then those things will come unto us. So there's that balance, once again, that dichotomy of, okay, taking care of myself and feeling self-centered versus taking care of others, and then you're not in a place spiritually or mentally to where you can continue serving others, right? So we have to be able to balance those two aspects as well. So getting back to this fact about not deserving it, if you can see great things and beautiful things for other people outside of yourself, know that you deserve that thing also. I find that sometimes that, I can see other people doing amazing things and I can see big things for other people. And there was a time in my life where I could see that for other people, but I couldn't see it for myself. So I had to dig deep and wonder, why can't I see those amazing, beautiful things for myself either? And it's because I felt like I did not deserve it, right? So I want you to be able to break free from that idea of not deserving the very thing that you're called to. That's the crazy part too, right? So I saw myself, I'll share a little bit about, my story in this deserving piece. I saw myself having a makeup business. I wanted that. I desired having my own freelance makeup business and doing amazing things in that business, right? But that vision, that idea, that thought stayed on paper for 2 whole years. So I spent 2 years convincing myself that I didn't deserve that, right? Who was I to take time away from my children and put time into myself? Who was I to, invest in myself? Was I really worth it? Did I deserve to invest this $3,000 in a certification when I already had a bachelor's degree and I was already working toward a master's degree? Had I finished that master's degree? I can't remember. But now I'm sitting here looking over my life and seeing that, wait, I want something else, right? So thank y'all for watching. But what happens when you've put in so much time and you've worked so hard toward one particular thing, and then you realize, wait a second, I really desire something else, right? There's a lot of weight there. There's a lot of guilt there. There's a lot of anxiety around the realization that, wait a second, I want to build something different. And shifting yourself in a place where you can know that you still deserve that thing. Even though you might have worked towards something else, for however long. Like, I'm guilty of that, I worked toward the psychology degree, the human services counseling degree, and I literally flipped and became a freelance makeup artist, And it's not even about the title of what I became. It was the process of owning my desires and taking the steps and taking what was on paper and making it into a reality, right? And closing that gap between idea and execution. You deserve that. You deserve to be able to take what's on paper, the vision that God has given you, and to turn that into a reality, Because it wasn't just about me. I served so many people. There were plenty of photographers that their work, they were trying to build their business. They needed not only the makeup skills that I brought to the table, but the communication skills that I brought to the table, the customer service skills that I brought to the table to service those clients, right? To help those clients really see themselves in a different light, to build the confidence in a mom, to be able to provide the pampering and the self-care for a mom that's like, homeschool. I remember we worked with a homeschooling mom. I mean, she had 5 kids and she came in and she was looking like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I made it here, And because I got to a place where I realized that it is okay for me. It's not just okay. It is like a mandate for me to take that vision from paper and execute it, because I took my vision from paper because I trusted in God to allow me and guide me into how to get that vision off of paper and into reality. I was a vessel. I was used to bring a level of comfort and ease and stress relievers and all that wonderful stuff to these women that we worked with in our boudoir session. So I know that there's something that you're called to do. I know that there's a vision that you have for yourself in the way of serving, right? And it can be your entrepreneurial call. I love to talk about that, our entrepreneurial call. Us as women, we are, as Christian women, we are called to the marketplace, the online marketplace. But how are we showing up, right? Are we showing up scared? Are we showing up with a lack of confidence? Are we showing up with a level of unbelief, right? So I just want to share that piece with you right there. I don't deserve it, right? And I'm going to get into the rest of those throughout the week, but I don't deserve it. You do deserve it, right? Because the people that you're called to serve deserve to be able to experience you, experiencing you as a vessel used by God. So you do deserve it, right? That big vision. And there's so many stories centered around your not deserving piece, right? And that's what we work through in the inner circle. We get to the core of those stories, right? We share, what our blocks are around self-worth, our blocks around not deserving, our blocks around, and these are all related to the things that we've gone through in our life. It's all related to how we've interacted with our parents, our mentors, our coaches, and different judgments that have been placed on us. And what I want to help you do is clear those things, right? And I'm not talking about putting a Band-Aid on it. No, I'm talking about energetically clearing it and doing it through EFT work, the emotional freedom technique, through direct access. We're putting hands and touching the different chakras and areas in our body, and chakras, meridian points, call it whatever you want. Sometimes we get so caught up on what the new, quote unquote, new agers, the words that they're using. But at the end of the day, this is the body that God has created. He's created within us, right? All these systems and however people want to call them, if we truly believe that God has created us, we know where those meridian points come from. Whether or not the Eastern religion discovered it, whether or not this person discovered it, we know that God is sovereign, and we know that these meridian points are they're connected to certain emotions that we experience. So when we go through our energy work and we go through our tapping, all of my clients know, the ones that are in the inner circle and they're working with me, and we're tapping our different points, these acupressure points, and we're literally clearing the negative emotions and the limiting beliefs. That's freeing you. It is freeing you, freeing your spirit to move forward in the call that God has on your life. So I think it's so beautiful. So yes, if you want to experience this with me in the inner circle, I invite you to hop on the wait list, right? Get on the wait list, because the waitlisters are having access to bonuses. I'm talking about 50% off of the total cost the total investment that it is to work with me in the inner circle, right? So if you want to experience that, you want to take advantage of the bonuses, you want to get additional support from me. I'm literally giving out my cell phone number to those that are working, those that are signing up with me before December 31st. Yes, that's what's happening. And so, make a decision to say that, you know what, I know that my goals, I know that the vision that God has placed within me, it's time to make it happen, right? So he provides us with the tools and the resources that we need in order to bring about the vision. The worst thing that we can do to try to bring about that vision is doing it alone. I've been there. I tried it. I tried doing it alone, right? Remember the 2 years that my little plans stayed on paper? No, I couldn't keep looking at the paper, trying to think of what I can do on my own when there's a world of resources out there, right? There are a world of resources out there. And I decided to take advantage of the resources. And let me tell you, this is a journey, right? There's continued support that I'm receiving and continued investments that I'm making in myself, in this vision and this overall picture of how I can serve others, right? So, all right, ladies, it's a pleasure chatting with you and talking with you guys on this Monday mindset. And I want to share with you that you do deserve it. The vision that you have within yourself, whatever that looks like, I challenge you to write down what the day in a life would look like for you. I challenge you to journal. Like, journaling is such a huge, huge piece of really writing down your vision and what it looks like, right? The big, huge vision that you're almost a little bit afraid of. Don't be scared. You know if you know the desires that you have within yourself, and it's okay. And I want to ask you guys this question too. I was in church this past Sunday, and I'm gonna hop off here soon. And we were talking about God, us praying, right? And sometimes it seems like God is silent. And we were talking about that, and I'm like, okay, yeah, sometimes it does seem like he's silent, but he said, don't confuse the silence for absence. Okay, cool, that's cool. And I asked myself, I said, okay, if I knew that the things that I was praying for, and this is the vision, right? This is the vision, the overall vision. If I knew without a shadow of a doubt that the things that I was praying for, God is working and he's moving, right, in the spirit and the unseen. He's doing his part. If I knew that, how would I show up differently? What actions would I take? What resources would I take advantage of, right? So I had to ask myself that question, and I challenge you to ask yourself those questions as well, because you'll see there's certain things that you can already be doing. There's certain actions that you can already be taking that you're not taking and you're not moving forward with because of your fears around the fact that God isn't listening, or God isn't doing anything, or maybe he doesn't have this for me, right? So, all right, ladies, it's a pleasure chatting with you all, and I'm going to hop off here because I'll be on here for like a whole hour. All right? Y'all have a great time, and don't forget, hop on the wait list.